Blow some smoke up in the air. Hello, this is Smoke Signals of the Leaf podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Turner, and we got a brand new podcast, you guys. This is something that I've been wanting to do, a little dream project. It's basically a podcast for newbies to help, teach, show cigar life from a newbie perspective, trying to help them out, you know what I'm saying? Um, I'm going to discuss a lot of different things on cigars, like how to cut it, how to light it, where certain cigars are coming from, the leaves, all those good things, stuff that we don't know. We're going to these lounges and stuff like that, and we're sitting there quiet, wanting to get in the conversation, and we can't. Some of us feeling like they gonna smell the newness on me. I don't know anything. Which all you have to do is really just ask a question. The cigar community is very, very nice, very cool and laid back, and they'll, share the information with you. This is somewhere where you can learn in a safe space, in the privacy of your own home or on your phone. And like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and teach you some things that I've learned over the last 2 years. I've been smoking cigars, coming up on 2 years in May. So yeah, so that's what this show's gonna be about. Also, just having great lounge conversations, things that you probably would talk about in the lounge, stuff like that. So, the first cigar I got going, we're going to go ahead and get started. We got from Definition Cigars. Check that out. Yeah. Closed foot right there. Definition Cigars is called the Walking Stick. I've had this one a couple times. It's probably one of my favorite ones from Definition Cigars. So, yeah, I wanted to try this with you guys. They rating it as like a medium to full body. I'm going straight full body. And keep in mind, I don't know everything there is about, how to, I guess, certain cigars and stuff like that. So I'm learning on the fly. So, if you want to help me out and teach me some things, teach me. Don't hurt me. Teach me if I misspoke or something. Just correct me a little bit so I can get better at it. Because I just want to get better at this. I really fell in love with this lifestyle. So something that I just kind of fell into. Guac filler, Ecuadorian Maduro wrapper. They got. I looked up the notes that they said they have in there. I don't really go off of that. I just go off of what my palate ain't there yet. But they say that it's toasted bread, molasses, cream, and dry earth. Um, that's something else that I really loved about cigars. The flavor profile. Like the flavor profile is kind of crazy to me. Dry earth, like you know, I smoke some cigars, dry earth, smell like it tastes like grass and stuff like that. You would never think that you would like it, but I was falling in love. But yeah, so that's some of the notes on this that they got. So let's start. Let's cut it and light it up and get to smoking. We can do a straight cut on this bad boy. hmm So something a little different on this one is we're not gonna toast this. We're just gonna light it and start smoking it because of the, like I said, the closed foot that we have on here. Maybe we can zoom in a little bit. Or not, but yeah. So, and supposedly with this, you catch the flavors right out the gate of the wrap. You know, so let's try it. Let me see if I can taste that toasted bread and molasses dryer. Yeah, actually, taste all of it. That's kind of crazy. I taste all of it. Definition cigars is a good company to get involved with if you're just starting out. I really enjoy it a lot. Smoked quite a few of them already. Yeah, this one I've smoked the most of. Yeah, pretty good, pretty good. I like it so much. Um, I don't drink, so the pairing thing is kind of gonna be a little difficult. But I drink sodas with it. Sometimes I drink water with cigars and stuff like that. Um, but today I got a cherry cola that I'm going to smoke. I'm going to pair with this cigar, so we'll see how that goes. Enjoying that, enjoying that. Okay, so like I said, you're here with me on the Smoke Signals podcast in my own very own lounge, sophisticated lounge. Yeah, I got that a while back. I was on Etsy. Thought that'd be pretty hot if I ever opened up a lounge. It's part of what I would call sophisticated ash. So yeah, man, just been living life, living life. Just quit my job. Kind of crazy, but sometimes you gotta get out of an environment that's not working for your good. Sometimes your mental health and your freedom is more important than staying there getting that dollar. Because if you stay in a situation that's not good for you, it could really break you down and mess you up pretty bad. And I didn't want to be down bad. Been there before, done that. Didn't think that that's something I should be doing again. So right now, I'm trying to pursue something that I really enjoy, which is working in this cigar industry. I've been, like I say, wanting to do this podcast for a long time and trying to figure certain things out. Stuff comes up, and keeps pushing it back, pushing it back. But sometimes you got to just be like, look, I'm doing it by hook or crook. No matter how it is, how it looks, or how it gets done, we're gonna get it done. We'll get started, and we're gonna get in there. And so this is me dipping my toes in the water. This is pretty good. I'm tasting it now. So for some people who maybe haven't even started smoking cigars yet, um, give you a couple tips. So when you're smoking your cigar, number one, you do not inhale. You will have a bad night. Do not inhale. And you just pull it in like you're sucking on a straw. Pull it into your mouth. And you saw I pulled it into my mouth, put smoke in my mouth, moved it around a little bit, try to get it to the closest to the back of my throat, and then blow it out. Get that taste. That's one way to enjoy the cigar. And you don't just chain smoke. You relax. Smoking a cigar is a relaxing thing. And so also you may try something which you may hear some people call retrohale. And you see it coming out of their nose a lot. And that helps you get even better flavor profile of the cigar that you're smoking. Because you have like a lot of different, as it explained to me, flavor nodes in your nose and in between your throat and your nose. So that helps you to taste things even better. So let's try it. Yeah, yeah, I love that. Pretty good. Yeah. So anyway, back to like I say, just quit my job. And one of the things I've been trying to work on is my purpose. Trying to figure out my purpose. I'm a person that's been, I'm in my 40s, and I still feel like I haven't found my purpose yet. And I feel like once you found your purpose, life gets a little bit easier because you have a path. You know what I'm saying? And that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. I'm trying to find my path. Done many different things, pleased many different people, but I haven't done anything really to, I guess, please myself, so to speak. And I feel like I say, when you find your purpose, then you're pleasing yourself and you're pleasing God because you're working within your purpose. And so that's what I'm really praying for right now, and just trying to understand like what's my purpose in this life. To work in the cigar industry, which is something that would be pretty cool. Is it uh, working in? 'Cause I do jujitsu also. Working with in jujitsu. Is it working in something else for children? Is it business? I have a business degree from Grambling State University. So just trying to figure that out. I used to feel really bad about not really, I guess, understanding or knowing my purpose. But there's a lot of people who, my understanding, kind of feel the same way and trying to figure it out. So and that's kind of where I'm at. I'm trying to, I guess, make a pivot in my life from the careers that I've been having. So really, yeah, that's where I'm at. So yeah, just really trying to figure that out and try to be a better man, a better human being, uh, working in my purpose, my godly. I stole it from my mom, and she ain't getting it back. She tries to get it back, but not letting her get it back. It's mine now. Every time she comes to the house, she looks for where I have to go hide it. I stole it fair and square. It's mine. Yeah. So I'm gonna sit back and enjoy this cigar and take a short break, and I'll be right back. Putting that smoke in the air. Uh, I'm enjoying this. I had a couple puffs and and a sip of the cherry cola, and that really goes together. I've always struggled with like trying to figure out like what exactly is pairing, how to pair, because since um I don't drink, I always feel like I'm missing out, especially when at these lounges they have pairing events. So something else for the newbies. When you see certain lounges that have pairing events, that means they come in, they have certain cigars that they want to pair with like certain whiskeys, bourbons, or whatever they're drinking, and they usually have like because I can drink, but it's like three little things of alcohol that you can kind of pair your cigar with and see how they taste together. Some has that, some just have one uh, brand of alcohol that they want you to smoke it with. And I go sometimes to smoke the cigar. My wife usually drinks the alcohol because she drinks, I don't. But I'll be feeling like I'm missing out on what's going on. So it's one of my biggest things is I wanted to try to figure out all the different pairings that I can pair for us people who don't drink to still enjoy their something to drink with their cigar. So I've been trying to figure out like, is it supposed to contrast? Is it supposed to compare to it? Like enhance. And what I'm learning is trying to enhance some of the flavors. Some of the flavors meld together. So and right now there's like a very small hint of like a fruit with the cigar when I smoke it, and then when I drink the drink, I can taste what I'm tasting in here, and then when I come back to the cigar, it's like a little bit more pronounced right now. So I really like that, and it's pronouncing a lot of the other ones like uh, earth earth tone. This cigar. Like I said, I always has enjoy this cigar. So. But anywho, back to the whole purpose thing. Like I said, trying to find my purpose. My purpose isn't just to sit here on earth and pay bills, right? I always felt like there was something more for me to do, and I'm just trying to figure out what that is. And if anyone else understands that, please let me know. Share your story. Greatly appreciate it. Maybe it'd be some motivation, for me, or maybe I could be motivation for you, letting you know you ain't the only one who's battling with that. And if you found your purpose, God bless you. Uh, I'm very happy for you. I'm not jealous of people I feel like found their purpose. I'm excited for them, and I really like to ask questions. Like how does it feel? How did you find it? You know, kind of maybe pick it back off of them, maybe see like if I do some of those things, then maybe I might find it, or maybe they tell me their experiences, and I realize that maybe I may have missed a turn. Maybe I got to go back and get that, make that turn again. But yeah, just like I said, just trying to find my purpose, trying to be better in life, and be better, be greater. Be For me personally, just to feel better. I guess that's the biggest thing. 'Cause it's really all about you at this point. I want to feel better. I want to feel like I am making a difference within myself. I may not make the biggest difference in the world, but I know I'm doing my part. I'm doing something that I was put here to do. That's amazing. Thank God I got a wonderful wife who sticks by me and try to helps me out with that. So really appreciate it. This cigar is amazing. I just love it. I keep every time I smoke it, I realize why this is one of my favorite ones from that company, Definition Cigars. I believe they're out of Texas. I don't know if they're out of Houston or if they're out of Dallas. I have to look that up. Either way, go to Texas boys. They know how to make a cigar. Like I said, they got a lot of different ones. What's special about them? Because something about cigars is that's pretty cool to me is the bands. You know, the bands are artwork to me. So, and they have all these different designs. Some are very metallic, with this gold, silver. Some are just very super colorful. You got some that are just plain. But these guys do something I haven't seen. They have like a band, like a laced band or something like that. Crazy. See that? Pretty cool, right? I like it. I like it a lot. Pretty cool. More of that cherry cola. Let that ash fall off in that ashtray instead of on my stomach or chest. That happens a lot. It's a couple t-shirts. It's all right. It's worth it. So right now, they have different levels of your cigar, right? Your first, your second, and your third. And each tier of that cigar usually has a different um, taste profile or note to it. Um, I still feel the same one as the first one, but I feel it is about to move into something different. So that's another beauty about cigars. Brings its own enjoyment. So when you just sit back, just relaxing, enjoying your time, lost in your brain, your thoughts and stuff like that. You got something that kind of keep you a little focused. You're smoking, and then you're just like, yeah, think about such and such, and you're like, that's different. And then that's the next flavor profile that's coming in on your cigar. And so, excuse me. Like I say, you have three, and I believe from the size of this, I'm still in the first. I'm going into the second one now. I also got to watch that retro health with some things. Some have pepper and spice, and boy, when you retro hell, that get them nostrils, man. Like it just got me a little bit, and so now that pepper is kicking in because it wasn't really strong without the retro hell in the first time. But you tell that's part of the second one now. Yeah, they got me a little bit. Remember the first time I experienced that, no one told me. No one told me about about, the pepper, the spice when you retro. Man, I took a nice, big pull, and pushed it out my nose once I realized, like, "Okay, I think I got retro. Pushed it out my nose, and boy, it was all pepper. Oh my god. Oh, jeez. You talking about, like, tears, like, I was like, "Why am I crying?" Nose was on fire. Rubbed my nose like, "Did I get the fire on my nose?" I thought I inhaled fire through my mouth when it came out my nose. That's how crazy that pepper was. I was like, "Jesus." And no one told me about that. I guess that was their little, joke for the newbie, uh, but, ha, ha, ha. But yeah, so once again, stop, chill, take a little break. Down, sitting here chilling out a little bit, enjoying a cigar. Really enjoy it too. Firmly into that second tier now. Stronger than others. Yeah. And like I said, that pepper, like the thing about with the soda, carbonation, the butter, I mean the butter, the bubbles kind of punch up a little bit of the spice. And I know some people like who probably don't like spices, like, why would you do that? I don't know, it all goes. It all goes. Uh, but like I say, the cherry cola itself punches up the taste of the cigar. And for the people who know. But yeah, man. It's funny. So I was sitting back relaxing, um, putting some smoke in the air, and I started looking up, purpose a little bit, right? And it came up with something, and then it kind of used, um, me doing jujitsu and stuff like that. And it's pretty nice. I liked it. And let me give you the example. It's just think of purpose less like a destination, more like a direction of travel, which is kind of where I'm at, right? I want to know where to go and how to get there. A compass is not a treasure chest. Um, yeah, I really feel that. A person who trains in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, for example, might start just to get in shape. Then they discover discipline, then community, then mentoring younger students. Suddenly, their purpose isn't one thing, it's a path built from repeated actions that feel true, not a lightning bolt from the sky, but 1,000 small decisions stacked together. Now, I would say this to some people, they do get that lightning bolt from the sky. I've met some people. It just hit like boom, and they knew what it was, and it was working, and they were different people. And some people, yeah, it is, 1,000 small decisions stacked together. It's like I feel like that's when you kind of realize what it is. I don't think it's like I just do this so much and that's my purpose. I think, you kind of realize what your purpose is. You're doing all these different things and then you kind of find your niche. And that's kind of like what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for. And I'm trying to see if did I find my purpose already? I just don't realize it or something. But yeah, I thought that was pretty cool, man. I just think that's pretty cool. And that's something, like I said, that's my biggest thing is trying to find my purpose. Just opening up a little bit with people, because that's kind of who I am. I'm open, pretty much an open book. I just tell it, I discuss it, because it helps me a lot of times. It's my therapy to talk about things to help me to figure out right and wrong. If I was wrong with something, if I was right on something, if I missed the ball on something, or just help me have a better understanding. Um, so yeah, yeah, that's my little run on purpose. Really enjoying this. All the times I smoke is this might be my favorite time right now. Yeah, and I think it's because I really do think it's because of that cherry cola. I think that cherry cola is really punching it up for me. Here, my man, did y'all catch that game in Super Bowl? I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I didn't expect that ass whoop that I saw. I'm not saying that I thought it's the uh, Patriots are going to win. I'm not saying that, but I thought they would put up a little bit better fight. Because everybody kept talking about how strong and how great their defense was, um, the Seahawks. But the Patriots been facing tough defenses all playoffs. So I thought that would have helped them to at least put some points on the board because they're used to that. But that just showed they were above and beyond. I will say, I'll say this. It was a lot of the Seahawks defense, and it was a lot. It was. I would say 60% of the Seahawks defense, 20% of the Patriots offensive line. Just I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I know a lot of people say, "Well, it was the Seahawks." No, but some of that stuff was just ridiculous. It was just like, come on, dude. You saw that one of the guys didn't come to the press conference because he didn't want to hear it. He knew how bad he played. Everybody said that he needed to man up and face the music. Look, I ain't mad at him. 'Cause, these reporters, they could give a damn about you and how you feel and how hard you fought and trained and whatever. You just played in the game that you always wanted to play your entire life, and you didn't perform well. And that's a lot to handle and deal with. And he's a young guy, so I'm not necessarily mad at him. I wish he would have came to the press conference. If he did, all I want him to say is like, "Hey, man, I didn't bring it today. It was a terrible time to have my worst game, but I did, and I'll get better and keep it pushing." And I would just leave after that because if you sit there and try to answer questions, all they're gonna do is ask you the same question over and over and over, but it's in a different way. It's like, dude, he just asked me that question, or I just told you that answer without you even asking me the question. It's like they have to ask a question, or they ain't gonna be able to come back to Super Bowl. And that's part of what it is. Those guys, a lot of those reporters, I listen to them, and they ask questions that either they have asked already in a different way, or someone of their colleagues have asked in a different way, and it's crazy. Or it's like they're trying to get you to say something. And from my understanding in journalism, you're not supposed to be making the news. You're just supposed to report it. And some of these guys are trying to make the news. They're trying to get you to say what they need you to say so they can write the piece that they want to write. Kind of crazy to me, but it is what it is. But yeah, and the other 20%, Drake made it look like he's the second year, which kind of sucked because he was playing good all year, and he just got in the playoffs. It's just that second year came out. That second year came out, and I don't think the line helped him to adjust. It looked like he was going too fast. He was just like he was on 10 in the first half, and it seems and everybody kept saying he needed to calm down and take a beat and then throw. And it's like someone told him that, and he just took that to 10, but the other way. Like at the end of the second half, like he was taking too long, and I was just like, dude, like come on, man, let's get that happy medium. If you get the happy medium, y'all might be in here. But watched that at a cigar lounge, and everybody was just in there. My wife came with me, and she was just like, "Take away the touchdowns that they got to end." He was like, "They beat them off of field goals. Like that's crazy," and it was crazy. But it be like that sometimes, man. It be like this sometimes. I think the Patriots defense should hold their head up high. They played, I think, very well, better than I thought they were going to play. Um, they came to play. They came to play. Looked like the offense didn't match them, and maybe that's because of what the defense was doing. But yeah, that game was kind of crazy. And what was even crazier was the halftime show. That halftime show was something else, man. I must say, what everyone in America has already said. I didn't understand none he said because I don't speak Spanish, but I do understand the essence. And he was talking his ish, It was very culturally, and I loved it. I felt like he doubled down on what everyone was saying about he's not American, it's not American, which is hilarious to me because I wonder where these same people was at when YouTube was performing, Rolling Stones performing. All these people were performing that's not from America. Puerto Rico is, but whatever. That's hilarious to me. That's whatever. We're not even gonna touch that because, like I say, this is lounge talk. This is lounge talk. But that halftime show was one of the best I've seen. It really showed you the culture, the people, and there's nothing wrong with that culture and those people. They are doing what everyone does. Have a good time, enjoy things that are wonderful and precious to them. Congratulations to the couple that got married in the halftime show. Found out that was real. That's dope. That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope. It was a great show. I enjoyed it a lot, and I hope that the next um, halftime show is like that. I like to see different people's culture and background and pride and having a good time and stuff like that. They weren't offensive to no one. They were just having a good time, showing how they get there, how they have a good time. And I appreciate that. And, can't wait for the next person. I'm excited to see who's going to be in it next year. I haven't heard anything. Hope no one got hurt. Hope everyone, came to the game and enjoyed it. I will say this. Those Super Bowl tickets are ridiculous. I don't think I'll ever make a Super Bowl. It's sad, but I don't think I'll ever make a Super Bowl. I just got to make the most out of Super Bowl parties because I heard the cheapest ticket was 5,000 and the most expensive was like 50, 500, something like that. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. I mean, I guess Super Bowl's only for the well off. It's not for the everyday because I think the everyday is the ones that kind of make the game. So that kind of sucks. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Um, People have the power to change that, but people don't. So I don't know what to say about that. I can enjoy this, and I'm gonna come back at the end, and we're gonna talk about how this was. All right, now, yo, so back. Also, sometimes I just thought about this. You can blow it out and kind of recess. Like if you feel like your flavors are getting a little bland, you can blow it out, purging it. And sometimes I'll purge it with lighter, like I'll relight it and I'll blow it out. It was getting a little bland, and just blowing it out just brought that flavor back. Yeah, man. So thank you for checking out my first um podcast, first of many. Go ahead and end this out. I'm gonna finish this off. Oh, that pepper really hit when you ritual hell. Jeez. Um, but I like this. I like it a lot. Um, I'm not like the other podcasters. I'm not as versed as the other ones when they get like their rating systems or they tell you everything that they can taste and this is and that, and they give it a 5 out of 5 or 4 out of 5. I don't. I'm just going to tell you that I enjoy it. It tastes good to my mouth. All the different flavors and stuff that were coming up in the retro hell and just in my mouth. A lot of cigars that I've smoked that I didn't really get a lot of flavor in my mouth. I got a lot of flavor in the retro hell. I don't know if that's normal or not, but that's my struggle. This cigar, I got both. So it's really good to me. Makes me feel good, makes me feel relaxed, but at the same time, kind of energized a little bit. Because like anything I do, if it makes me feel good, it gives me a little energy. Even if it's supposed to relax me, have me very calm and cool, I still feel good in my calm and cool. I don't know if that makes sense, but it makes perfect sense to me. Uh, so yeah, this cigar is a great cigar. I recommend to anyone. If you're a newbie, be careful. It is full body. It'll hit you pretty kind of strong to me sometimes. I've smoked it where I was fine, and I've smoked some where I was just like, take a minute, just sit there and just enjoy, just enjoy it. Like I said, it tastes good, it feels good, feel great. Uh, this will continue to be something that I will buy and have. I haven't really bought too many just to have in my humidor, but I do every time I go to like certain lounges that carry it. I do make sure I buy one or two or whatever, one to smoke, one to bring home. Maybe I might get 3 of them. Um, but I really enjoy this. Once again, it's Definition Cigars called the Walking Stick, and it's the black band. Yeah. So you know, really, really enjoy it. Really enjoy it. And once again, I thank you guys, and I see you next time. Have a good one. Put something in the air.